Hello and welcome. My name is Lexi Jong and here I like to talk about luxury beauty. And today we are doing a repurchase review for July. So if you're new to my channel, a repurchase review is where I go through all of the items I featured on my channel that month and whether or not I would repurchase them if I were to do it over again and any updated thoughts on those. So it's sort of like a favorites and fails. And we also have a top 5 favorite products at the end of the month. Some of them are new releases, some of them aren't. And let's go ahead and get started. We are starting off with the SUQQU Fall Collection 2022. I actually have the blush in 132 on my cheeks right now. And as I mentioned in my last video, I just recently got new camera equipment and everything, and I'm playing around with the camera and the lighting. So please bear with me as I figure out the best settings, and feel free to leave any constructive feedback down below in the comments. Thank you. So let's start off with the blushes. And 132 is the shade that I'm wearing right now. You can see it's kind of this like reddish orange shade that fades into a golden highlighter shade. So here, let me just show you this one. Well, let's just put it in the middle too. So we've got 3 shades here essentially. And the golden shade, this yellow gold, is going to be a highlighter. So there is going to be a little bit of shimmer in that. I have to say that's one of my favorite blushes from the collection, and this one was actually gifted to me from Suku. This is 133. This shade here, this is going to be a little bit more, it's a warmer shade than what I typically go for. It's a really pretty kind of soft tan with a little bit of like marigold orange in there. So it's definitely, got a bit of that summery vibe, and you go into more of a white gold highlighter shade. In addition, we have 2 new permanent blushes. This is shade number 10. These are the melting powder blushes, and I absolutely love these. There's this beautiful soft rose shade, and shade number 9 here is going to be kind of like a nude shade. I really love both of these shades. These 2 are permanent. The first 2 were limited edition, and I would highly recommend them. So as for the blushes, my favorites personally are 9, 10, and 132. 132 being the limited edition one that I'm wearing today. And then I also have 2 of the eyeshadow quads. We have number 11, which is permanent, and I absolutely love this. This one was gifted to me. I was going to buy it myself regardless, and I think it's stunning. It's a great addition to the permanent line, and I'm very glad to have that. I would repurchase that for sure. 117 is one that I picked up myself. It's a limited edition. I absolutely love this. Between 117 and 11, if you're trying to pick up just one now, go with 117 because it is limited edition. But I really love both color stories. I have to say though, I think this one's just a little bit more unique. This shade right here, it looks brown, sometimes it looks red, and you can also see flecks of green. It's almost like a duochrome, and it's really beautiful. It's unique for Suku. In addition, 2 more limited edition items from Suku are these highlighter sticks. So this is the green one. This is number 101. It is limited edition, and it looks pretty much clear on the skin, but I have to say I really like it because it's a balmy texture that sets down better than most balmy highlighters. Plus I just feel like it's easy to work with and stays put nicely. Then we also have this one, 102 limited edition. This one here actually has a bit of a gold metallic sheen to it. So it's a nice warm dusty rose, very, very soft in color, but there is going to be a metallic vibe. I really like both of these, but I would repurchase the green one over the pink one just because of that metallic glint. I actually prefer it without the metallic vibe. And Suku has also released a bunch of new lipsticks. Some are permanent, some are limited edition. Anything over 100 in Suku is limited edition. So this is number 13. This is a permanent shade. I really, really like this one. It is a pinky peach sort of shade. There's just like a hint of peach in it. I think it's a really beautiful shade. Really like that. That's the only one that I have. That one was actually gifted to me, and I really like it. And then we also have new liquid eyeliners from SUQQU. I have to say their liquid eyeliner formula is my favorite. This is the Dusty Rose shade, and this is number 106. These are limited edition, and these I think is really beautiful. I actually really like this one kind of as all over eyeshadow as well, but I just think these are really nice if you're looking for a light eyeliner, because you can see it's going to be light in color, and it's a little bit more of a taupey rose. So overall, I have to say the SUQQU fall collection is stunning. You know, so far from everything we've seen with all of the other lines, the SUQQU fall collection is my favorite fall collection that is coming out this year, and I'm really happy with it. So my favorite products, the ones that I would definitely repurchase from this, would be the lipstick in 13, both of the eyeshadow quads 11 and 117. I would pick up the blushes 132, 9, and 10, and the green highlighter stick, and this 106 eyeliner. I absolutely love them, and yeah, I think they are stunning. Next, we're taking a look at the new Dior Rouge Dior Forever lipsticks. You can see you've got this beautiful matte black packaging, and these are transfer proof. One of the things I like is that they do have this slim style applicator, because, you know, as we all know, you have something with a lot of pigments, it does make the product a little bit softer and prone to breakage, you know, referencing my Lisa Eldridge video there. And yes, so this slim style packaging is going to help this product stay secure. You know, you don't need to actually twist the bullet much to get enough product to put over there, whereas something that has more of your traditional lipstick shape, you know, without this kind of slanted tube here, you're going to end up, you know, having to raise that a little bit higher to be able to get full coverage. So I like that. I like the packaging. I think it's stunning. And I have to say, I love this formula. So these are a definite repurchase for me. They are truly transfer proof. This shade here, by the way, is 100 Nude Look, or Forever Nude Look. And I love this one. It's definitely one of my favorites that I picked up. And I think these are great because they feel weightless on the lips, and they truly last all day, and they are transfer proof. So I love them, would definitely repurchase. Next up, we have the new Cle de Peau Luminizers. This is shade 201, one of the new shades in the line. And they have some deeper shades and some lighter shades here. I love them. The formula seems just the same as the previous formula, so I'm not sure exactly what they did to change it. Perhaps they updated some of the ingredients, but the formulation feels the same and looks the same. I absolutely love the texture and the finish of the Cle de Peau Luminizers. We're going to put this right down here at the bottom. And yes, so this is 201. I think they're stunning, and the ones that look deeper in the packaging, you know, they have a little bit more pigment, but I feel like they still work really well for a variety of skin tones. I would definitely pick those up again. As a matter of fact, I already ordered 2 more. In addition, Cle de Peau has released new lipstick formulas. So they have 4 different finishes. There's shimmer, shine, matte, and satin. My favorite are the satin. I'm definitely picking up more of them, but I really do like all of them. The shimmer is really the only one that I probably won't pick up again, just because you know, I like a little bit of shimmer. I like this as a topper. This is Powerhouse Pink, but I don't really use the shimmery lipsticks that frequently, so I'm probably good with that. There aren't a ton of colors in the shimmer line. I really like this shine formula. This is shade 211, Influential. This is fantastic. It's a shiny lip balm lipstick formula, though. It's not going to have a ton of wear. However, I think the satin and the mattes, you know, they have more of your traditional wear time, a little bit better than usual. You're going to get more than 4 hours. This one here is a satin in 16. I have a hard time saying this. Erisamum. That's how it is. So let's see here. We'll put this one right up here. So that's right up there. And love them. The mattes are going to be a creamy matte, so they don't really dry down and look dry on your lips. I love this shade here that I picked up as well. That's this one here. This is number 110 Exuberant. I've been wearing these a lot. I'm definitely going to be picking up more of the lipsticks. I have already ordered another one, and I'm waiting for Nordstrom to come because I have a bunch of Nordstrom notes to get more. But I have a pretty sizable list of more lipsticks I want, specifically from the satin and the mattes, and one or two more shines as well. And next up we have the Sonia G Mini Kiyaki Set version 2. I absolutely love this travel set. And you know, I think it's great for here or for travel, you know, especially if you're somebody who needs to get close to the mirror to use brushes like I used to before I had LASIK. So I think it's a great set, very versatile. This one was actually gifted to me and I was so incredibly honored and surprised and just beyond excited, but I would definitely purchase this myself as well. Next, we have the Guerlain Rouge G butterfly cases. I mean, look at these. They are absolutely stunning. I love these. Definitely repurchasing all of them. I'm actually considering picking up another one of these blue cases, and this blue one is my favorite. I got this one engraved, and when you get it engraved, you can get your name or whatever you want kind of engraved on the mirror. It's free if you purchase from the Guerlain website. So definitely repurchase all the cases. And these new velvet metal lipsticks I think are awesome. They don't really feel like anything on your lips. Let me just put a little bit of this here. And they look matte, but they have a little bit of a metallic sheen without looking like glittery or anything. This one is $5.30. I picked up 3 of the shades. I really like the 3. I'm actually thinking of adding the 4th, which would be $8.80. And let me just show you real quickly. I have $8.80 and their velvet version, not the velvet metal. So I might be mixing up my numbers. I have $8.88 in my drawer. If I have $8.80, it's somewhere else. But this here is $5.30 in the regular velvet version. So let's compare it to the velvet and the velvet metal. So velvet, velvet metal. You can see that the metal actually looks a little bit peachier and it's a little bit pinker in the velvet version. So there is a little bit of a color difference when you change finishes. Regardless, I would definitely pick up cases, lipsticks. Again, I think they are awesome. The cases, I believe, are limited edition. So if you're interested in them, don't wait too long. I have not seen anything confirming that, but Guerlain, it's often hard to figure that out until they're all gone. Next up, we have the Isamaya collection, the industrial collection. And I have to say, I absolutely love this collection. I did change the top of my palette. So I took off the top. I just pried it off with a depotting tool. And then I just put paint and I have clear nail polish on here. It's still a little tacky, so I'm not going to touch it right now. But I wanted something flat to put in the jar. And yeah, I still had a little bit of the glue residue. It seems like a lot of people can get all that glue residue off. And I could have, in my opinion, one of the great ways to get glue residue off is orange oil. Just put that on, let it sit, wipe it off. But I didn't feel like doing that. I wanted to paint it. My kids helped me. So this is the palette. I think this is the star of the collection. It is totally worth it. I absolutely love it. So let's just swatch a couple shades here. We're going to swatch, well, let's do this orange also. Ooh, and this white. So, I mean, look at this. So let's go down here and look at those stunning colors. I mean, just so beautiful. That green, you know, it looks green, right, on my finger, but you can see it actually has a bit of that like brown shift to it. Let's add another layer of the green there. Look at that. So it's kind of like a green brown, then you've got that beautiful kind of sunset orange, and that white shade is really more of something with a little bit of a blue pink iridescence. Really stunning. Love the formula. You've got a variety of formulas in here. You've got black base. It's kind of like a putty like black base that works really well. It allows these colors to really get punchy. I absolutely love it. I'm also really enjoying the mascara. So I've been wearing this a lot. It's curling without you needing to use an eyelash curler, and it really lasts all day. So I've been using this a ton, really enjoying the mascara. And I also really like her brow gel. I think that's a really nice brow gel. And, you know, I've been enjoying the whole set. So I purchased the Isamaya Industrial Collection, which comes in this great box. And you get all of these pieces. There's also a black lip gloss. And I would purchase the entire set again. My very favorite items from here are actually the palette and the mascara, then followed by the lip gloss and then the brow gel. I think the brow gel is great. I'm just not a huge brow gel person, but if you are somebody really into brow gels, I think this is one of the best ones. Next up, we have the Rouge La Palette Visage. If you're unfamiliar with the Rouge brand, this is the makeup brand. Well, there's actually clothing as well, created by Jean Dama, who is a French like model and influencer, and you know, she does a whole bunch of different things. So this is the palette. These are all cream products. I thought the highlighters at first were powder, but they are cream. I think this is a great palette. These are all going to be soft, light. I mean, you've got pigment, but I mean, the texture is soft and light. You can really sheer them out. You can build them up. I think it's a really great palette. So if you're looking for a cream palette for your face, this is a really good option. Next up, we have the Sydney Grace brushes. I think these have a really beautiful appearance to them. They're nice synthetics. They are not that expensive. So if you're looking for a nice like starter set or something to travel with and so forth, this is a really great option. I think it's also a great option for people who are just starting to get into makeup. They are synthetic, so you can use them with liquids, powders, and creams. They have a sharp point here. I don't love this tip because I like to store mine in a cup, so that will probably chip over time. Or, you know, I don't know. It's just not my favorite. I'd prefer it to be rounded. But overall, I have to say, I think they are a great brush set. I think they're a good value. And if you're in the market for a nice set of synthetic brushes, this is a good option. So as for me personally, I think these are great to have on hand, and you can't really beat the value. With my brush collection, they're not something I need, so I wouldn't purchase again for myself. However, I think these are a great starter set, and I can definitely think of some people I know who would, you know, this would be a great gift. So I would purchase them again for other people, but with my collection, I don't need them. Plus, I have more of a preference for Fude, specifically undyed goat hair brushes. So I would tend to prefer undyed goat hair over the synthetics personally. Next, we have the RMS Redimension Hydra Powder Blushes. I love these. These are 7 grams. I picked up 2 of them. This one here is called Maiden's Blush. These are all a shimmery blush. They're all a bit of a highlighting blush. This Maiden's Blush is referred to as a cinnamon shade. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I keep reaching for this, particularly this shade. Just lightly dust it on my cheeks. I think it's really beautiful. This one here is French Rosé, and it's just a really nice pop of pink. Again, it's going to have that metallic sheen to it, that shimmery look. And I think these are great, and I would like to pick up more of these in the future, so they're a definite repurchase. You can also purchase refills for these, which I think is fantastic. Now, some other things I had then was also the Cle de Peau Liquid Matte Lipstick. I actually have that sitting downstairs. I keep using that. It's really more of a matte lip gloss. Like, I don't find it to be all that long wearing like most liquid lipsticks of the matte variety, but I think it's so comfortable on the lips, and to me, it's just, you know, it dries down so that you don't really have any like texture or feeling. It's got that bare lip feel, but you know, I think the wear time on me is more equivalent to a lip gloss. I keep using it though, really like that, and I picked up another one. All right, next up we have the YSL Crush Liners, and this is a, you know, kind of like a gel pencil eyeliner. It's this blue one here. I think these are really nice. I'm actually really enjoying these, and well, this one, and I would pick up more shades of this. I think it's a really good formula. So far, I haven't had any issues with it. I don't think the you know, like putting it on the waterline and so forth, I feel like if you're putting it somewhere where you're going to have humidity and so forth, you're not going to necessarily get ironclad wear. So if it's really hot and sweaty out, you could end up having some fading and so forth. But I haven't had any issues with it shifting or anything like that. But along the waterline, it does kind of fade away by the end of the day. However, it's not going to fade away completely. So it's just going to reduce the level of pigmentation by the end of the day. So I would definitely pick up some more of those. I think they've got some really great shades. Then moving on, we have the Viseart bronzer. This is the Bronze Noir. And I've been wearing this a lot. It's a little bit warmer than what I typically go for, but I find that I've been reaching for it a ton. And sorry, it doesn't seem to want to focus on my finger very well. But again, as I mentioned, new camera, still trying to figure things out. But I'm hoping that in you know, relatively soon, it's going to be like really good. So anyway, this bronzer, love the formula. It stays put, you know, lasts all day. I think it's a nice color, and I've been reaching for this a lot. So I would definitely repurchase it. And then moving on, we have the Koyomo brushes. So these are ancient goat hair brushes. It's undyed goat hair from the 1970s. So it actually feels softer than what we have today. There are a couple of reasons that could potentially be, but essentially it feels like a higher grade level of goat hair than what it was labeled in the 70s. So I think these are fantastic. I'd love to pick up more of these. They do have different tiered levels for the quality. This is actually the lowest level, and I find that they're really reasonably priced. The only thing is the big fat handles do make storage a little bit more of an issue. I would definitely pick these up again, and maybe next year I will be able to pick up some more in the Koyomo line. All right, and next we're looking at the new blush sticks from Victoria Beckham. This is the shade Fever, and I have to say I really like it. So just kind of blur that out a little bit. I think these blend nicely. The Victoria Beckham blush stick formula I think is a nice standard formula. I don't think there's anything revolutionary from it. It is technically a clean beauty brand. This here is Fame, which is going to be more of a mauve dusty rose shade. I really love both of these new shades, and these are my favorite shades in her line that I have now. So I would definitely pick these two up again, really enjoying them, and let's move on. Okay, our last set are the Guerlain Ombre eyeshadows. This is number 11, Imperial Moon. This one's my favorite. I think these are great. I love the texture of them. They are interesting. They're all a little different. You know, each pan is not the same as the other. So there are multiple formulas in here. You've got matte, shimmer, more topper shade, but they're all a little putty-like. I do find that I get some creasing by the end of a long day. The end of like 8 hours or something, it's going to stay put. But if I'm going like 10, 12 hours, I do have faint creasing, just a little bit, not a ton. So it is something to note. This is my favorite. I really like all three that I picked up though. We've got Royal Jungle, which is a nice warm color story. I think this is going to be fantastic for me for fall. And I would definitely pick up the three that I purchased again. I really do like these. Now, that being said, you know, I think this is a great formula. Is it my favorite eyeshadow formula? No. So it's not going to be one where I'm collecting every quad that comes out, but I do really like these and would repurchase these again. Now, along with these eyeshadows, we also got a new eyeliners, which you can see I have not tried yet, and a new Noir G mascara. I like Guerlain mascaras. I think they work well for me. And I like this one. I think it is a nice mascara, and I've been using it a lot. It's not my favorite. My favorite mascaras still remain to be the Sisley So Stretch. Still love that Surratt Noir lash tint. And right now, the ones I'm really reaching for the most that I have open are the Isamaya and the Kjaer Weis I'm Possible mascara. So this kind of falls right below those for me. And I just wanted to give you guys a few honorable mentions for things that are not brand new this month, but things that I'm still reaching for a ton. That would be the Westman Atelier powder. This one here is Pink Bubble. Been using this a lot. We also have the Givenchy pressed powders. I've been wearing shade 2 Satin Blanc, this one here, quite a bit. And I'm still like totally using this Sisley cushion all the time for foundation. So that's definitely been a go-to for me. And I just kind of wanted to mention those because they've become like everyday staples. All right, so as for my top 5, it was really hard not to make it 6. So let me just introduce my 6th item. That would have been number 6 would be the Cle de Peau Luminizer. Specifically, this one is 201 Twilight's Glow. But my top 5, not in any particular ranking, would be the Sonia G travel set, the mini Kiyaki set 2. That is in my top 5 this month, as well as the new Cle de Peau lipstick, specifically the satin formula, which I find incredibly comfortable, and I love the shades in here. Like, seriously love them. And then number 3, we have the Guerlain Rouge, the butterfly cases, and the velvet metal lipsticks. So I absolutely love these lipsticks, and yeah, they're definitely on there. So then we have another lipstick, the Christian Dior. These are the Dior Rouge Forever lipsticks. Absolutely love them. And then the last 2 items are the SUQQU 117 Quad and the Isamaya Industrial Palette. So these are my top 5 new releases for this month. I absolutely love them. I feel like the beginning of this month was so slow and then everything kind of rushed out at the end of the month. So let me know what you think. And again, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you very soon. So have a wonderful day. Please let me know what your favorites have been this month, things that maybe didn't work out for you, but I'd love to hear your updates down below in the comments. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.